Well, as you can tell from the title, I have a problem called Trichotillomania. Well, a lot of people have asked me about this problem that I have, so I just figured I'd make a video about it, and I haven't seen a whole lot on YouTube. There were a couple, but I didn't watch them except for one. But anyway, you'll find out what my hands are on my face in just a moment. Anyway, Trichotillomania is a rare problem. It's a hair pulling disorder. Pretty much just you pull your hair out due to stress usually, and it's often subconscious. You don't know you're doing it. Some people kind of do, but they just can't really help it. And there's no cure for it, so that's fun. But yeah, so people pull their hair out, I pull my hair out, and it doesn't really look that pretty, but I get a lot of questions about it. So this is pretty much, well, this is my face with makeup, and this is it without makeup. So I look really bad, but yeah, that's what I look like without makeup on one half of my face. And so I get questions about it, like, does it hurt when I pull my hair out? The answer to that is no, it doesn't. Feels really nice, actually. The best I can liken it to, I guess, is like, on my arm, if you have a splinter and you get like a really strong urge to pull it out because you kind of don't want that hurting you anymore, that's probably the best I can liken it to. I mean, it's not painful, it's not like I can feel this thing stuck in my eye or something, but it's a strong urge to pull, and sometimes it's done subconsciously, so I'll be like sitting, well, before, not anymore, but I'd be sitting taking a test at school, and I'd find myself just kind of up here feeling my eyebrows, and then I'd start pulling them, and I wouldn't even realize I was doing this. And I guess other people didn't really notice either. I was really sneaky about it. But I got some help for it. Didn't really help, as you can see. But it did help for a little bit, because there's no real cure. But it's a Trichotillomania clinic, I guess, basically. They specialize in it. And for some people it works pretty well, for others it doesn't work well enough. So I went there, and for a couple months I stopped pulling my hair out, and I was so happy because I had eyebrows again and eyelashes, and I really liked how I looked with them. I miss having my hair, because every time I go swimming, take a shower, whatever, my makeup starts running, so I kind of hate being in water. Don't like people seeing me in the morning. I actually never really take my makeup off, ever. I kind of just leave it on all the time, even while I'm sleeping. And whenever it starts coming off, I just reapply right over it. So most people have not seen me like this. I only did it once. That was in front of a class, my psychology class. But anyway, other things about it. The hair pulling can be done from anywhere on the body that there is hair. I stick my eyebrows and eyelashes, and sometimes I pull this hair out, but usually not. But it can literally be from anywhere, which can get embarrassing. Oh, the reason I stopped, actually, while I was at the clinic, was because they had me write down, well, keep a log of every time I pulled hair out, and so I'd have to write down what time it was, what I was thinking and feeling, how many hairs I pulled out, all that stuff. And I am incredibly lazy, so I just didn't pull my hair out because I didn't want to write that stuff. But that doesn't work for everyone. So that was interesting. A lot of people wonder why I take so long in the bathroom when I take a shower. And this is pretty much why, because I have to apply my makeup every time afterwards, because water washes it off, most of it. And so I gotta reapply it every time, and it takes a while to try and look human. My trichotillomania was triggered when I was in elementary school. A boy that I kind of looked up to because he was really funny, he told me one time randomly that I had a unibrow, and I don't know why that got to me so bad. And I confronted him about it later, and he said he'd only told me that because he said somebody else had told him that I said he had big ears, and I didn't, so he was like, oh, I'm sorry. A little late for that, though, because I'd already started pulling my hair out, and I guess I just liked it or something. I don't even know. I just kept doing it, and it led to a lot of problems that I don't want to talk about, but then I stopped in middle school. I have no idea why. I just stopped. And then I started again in high school. And so all my middle school pictures, I don't mind so much because I have eyebrows and eyelashes. And I just started again in high school. And this is pretty much what happened. I'm not in high school anymore. I'm in college now, still doing it. The only other time I stopped was, like I mentioned, when I went to the clinic, which was during my high school time, I think. It was a very, very brief time. It was probably over the summer, actually. But, so I started back up again, and I just can't seem to stop. For help to others, because there are others out there. Like I said, there's no cure, so it's never really gonna end, but there are things that you can do to combat it, like taking a piece of carpet. You might want to like find one at Home Depot or wherever they sell them, and just pulling the fibers out of it, the little hairs or whatever, carpet hairs. It's supposed to help. It didn't really work for me because not every method works for everyone, but it works for some people. There's also getting a doll, pulling the hair out of that, or the eyelashes out of that if you can find one with eyelashes. You can get a rubber band, snap it against your wrist every time you notice yourself touching your eyebrows or get an urge. You can go to a Trichotillomania specialist, and they'll have you keep a log so you start realizing when you're doing it. That's kind of a big step in helping yourself. You have to realize that you're doing it, because most of the time, people with it, we don't realize we're doing it. And if you can find triggering moments, that helps to try and get them out of your life. I mean, some you can't. I get stressed out pretty easy, so when I was at school, I had to do homework, get stressed out. I can't get that out of my life, but at least I know that it stresses me out, so I can try and find something to help me, like I listen to music. This problem, oddly enough, can affect other family members. Did my mom. She got really upset and stressed out, and she thought I was doing it to, like, get back at her or something, because I was a very defiant child. But I wasn't, and she would say things like I look like a cancer patient, which I pretty much do without my makeup on. I kind of look like I'm dying, especially since I'm so pale. Doesn't help. I'm really skinny. But it would hurt my feelings, and then whenever somebody says that I'm pretty or something, I get really nervous, and I'll say thank you. I try to accept it, but I always think in my head, if you really knew what I looked like, you wouldn't be saying that. So I have a lot of confidence issues because of it, and some people might not notice that because I'm pretty open about everything, and I'm a little too open, actually. I say a lot of things that are really meant to be inside thoughts. So if you have any questions, you can ask them. I don't have boundaries, pretty much, so doesn't matter what you say, I'll be fine with it. Yeah. So thanks for watching if you did watch, and if you have this problem, know that you're not alone, and I hope that I might have helped somebody realize that they did have this problem so that they can get help for it. I never knew I had it until my mom happened to read about it. So, yeah, thanks for watching.